One within the UFO research community believes in the theory of alien abduction.
How could so many people in such widely parts of the country tell virtually the same story? And the answer is not that the abductees are in communication with each other, but the researchers are in communication with each other.
One of the wild things in abduction stories is how the people use mistakes in technology as signs that they're being abducted. We've had it in our popular culture for a long time, but it wasn't so big. The Challenger blows up in 1986. In 1987, 2 books on alien abduction make the bestseller list. Right? Why aliens are popular now as a sign that our technologies didn't make us what we wanted to be. Right? The technologies didn't let us go out there. Right? We're not going to Pluto. We don't have hotels on the moon. Instead, what the abduction story says is they come to get us. And now I think people feel like they are kind of abducted by technologies.
30 years ago, as the space race took them to the moon, did our astronauts have alien encounters? Some people think so.
From Moscow comes the news of Russia's latest space adventure.
For humanity, space travel became reality in 1961. But many believe these first earthly representatives to the final frontier cannot be trusted.
As I step off at the surface at Taurus Littrow.
Within 8 years of our initial voyages into space, humans began exploring their first alien world. 8 years, not even a grain of sand in the hourglass of the universe.
Just think how much has happened in the last 100 years and how much could happen in the next 100 years.
While our reach now extends 250,000 miles, that is less than 1/900th the distance to Mars, 1/18,000th the distance to the edge of our solar system, and 1/1000th to the nearest star. Many in the UFO research field say that 250,000 miles is more than enough. Reports of astronaut alien contact go as far back as the manned space program itself.
When Gordon Cooper left the astronaut preparation facility,
Gordon Cooper was one of the great heroes. Don't you think that because he started 20 years ago talking openly about the UFO question and the fact that he thought there is something there, how much has it cost him in opportunities and contacts and book writing?
On May 15, 1963, Leroy Gordon Cooper became the 4th American to orbit the Earth. His assignment? Become the first astronaut to operate and observe in this new environment for a full day.
and so it ended.
Soon after splashdown, reports began filtering out that America's latest space hero had seen and even flown formation with several UFOs, an historic event with planet-wide implications, but one that alien theorists believe was ill-timed.
I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal before this decade is out of landing a man on the moon.
In the 1960s, the United States was in the midst of Cold War with Russia. Nothing, not even celestial visitors, would interfere with America's conquest of the moon. The result? Cooper, a career Air Force officer, was ordered to keep silent.
Liftoff.
As NASA pushed further out, more reports leaked out of more astronaut alien contact.
Okay, we're station keeping.
One of history's most documented alien encounters involves history's most famous exploration.
Forward. 40 feet down, 2.5. Picking up some dust.
Rumors circulated right after Apollo 11 that Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong encountered UFOs in a crater. There was even footage of what appeared to be some strange lights above the moon that are being filmed by the Apollo 11 astronauts.
Are you getting a TV picture now, Houston?
While the UFO community says Apollo 11 had celestial chaperones, they are just as confident that astronaut alien contact has not come to an end.
And liftoff of Space Shuttle Columbia on a diversified mission of astronomy.
They believe shuttle crews high above the Earth's atmosphere and unknowing populace make regular contact. They also say today's astronauts are forced to hide the truth under a cloak of secrecy.
Yes, answer the question, what was that? Santa Claus? 747? Okay, here's the same image again in slow motion.
In NASA's book, STS-80 was sent into orbit to deploy the SPAS satellite, one of the space program's eyes on the universe. But self-proclaimed UFO abductee Whitley Strieber thinks what they got was an eyeful more.
The next video was taken on mission STS-80. Story Musgrave was on that mission. We really don't know what this is.
Most ufologists believe the astronaut corps is little more than high-flying, government-trained yes men.
NASA is supposed to go out and find this stuff, but you see, it can't find it. And if it does find it, it can't tell us. Because DOD is its boss, and DOD has no intention of the cover-up coming out.
Steve Bassett is the UFO community's very own political activist. Working inside the Beltway, he claims that politics and aliens make not-so-strange bedfellows, and more than just the astronauts are in on the fix.
People get increasingly uneasy about their government, the way it lies, the way it covers up, the way it's always unable to play it straight.
Is America's astronaut corps playing it straight?
When you try to subvert an issue by pumping disinformation in and creating ridicule around it and lying about it, that's propaganda.
Is it NASA propaganda? Or the UFO community grasping for extraterrestrial straws?
The world loves bizarre sensationalism.
There's been so many claims about Jack and I on the moon talking to an alien.
When we come back, the astronauts tell us what they saw. That's next on We Are the Aliens.
It's taken thousands of hours of work for us to reach these numbers. But for you to reach us, all you need is this number. 1-800-4-STRONG. You're one call away from a strong portfolio.
My son wouldn't drink his milk, so I worried about his nutrition. But then I tried Ovaltine, and now he loves his milk. Ovaltine tastes great and adds vitamins. Nestle Quick adds none. So milk not only tastes better, it's better for you.
Ovaltine makes milk even better.
It's the season of love in Virginia. Call for your free winter holiday travel kit. When you do, you'll receive the 200-page Virginia Travel Guide. You'll also get unique holiday offers, including winter lighting celebrations and events created especially for this season. To enjoy the holidays in Virginia, call now.
Sometime today, after TV, after the internet, after your phone calls, your stock market, your job, games, whatever, take time out and talk with your kids. I mean, really, talk to them. Hear about their day, their problems, their frustrations, their friends. They need someone to talk to, and if you won't make the time, then who will? Being with your kids is the most important thing you can do today, because talk is cheap. Violence costs.
Violence. Get over it.
The future. Technologies creating a better life or bedlam. Our environment. Clean and safe or polluted and deadly. The military. Preserving peace or waging war. What awaits us? Join Hannity and Combs for a new Millennium Special. Calm or Chaos.
For the ball to drop.
Predictions on the music of the next millennium. Join host Arthel Neville and special guest Quincy Jones for a new Millennium Special. The beat goes on.
Welcome back. I'm Paula Zahn. Our astronaut corps is one of the bravest, most disciplined groups of men and women ever assembled. Here's what they have to say about alien encounters in the past and in the future. There are those who say moonwalkers don't want to lie about UFOs, so instead they just don't say anything at all. David Scott, Apollo 15.
I don't know anybody who saw any little green men.
Charlie Duke, Apollo 16.
Never. Not anything remotely resembling life.
Apollo 17's Harrison Schmitt and Gene Cernan.
No astronaut that I'm aware of spoke with any aliens.
I'd like to tell you that I saw an alien, but I didn't.
But what of STS-80 and Story Musgrave's UFOs?
We don't believe this is the light flashing, but that the object itself is altering shape and as it pulsates.
Washer screws, chips of ice, they all rotate at their own velocities. So it's really just marvelous. And after they get far enough away from you, All the lights are just on and off like blinking lights as they reflect. Their reflective surfaces rotate in the sun.
And Gordon Cooper's UFOs.
No, I didn't see anything in the way of UFOs on any of my spacecraft.
Can we trust our space heroes?
The nation trusted me to tell the truth about what we were doing in space, and I'm not about to cover up anything. We did not see unidentified flying objects.
If we can trust the astronaut corps, why do reports of astronaut alien summits continue to proliferate?
If there's a trend in the making and a book to be made, somebody will turn science fiction into science facts right before your eyes.
I don't think you can look upon it as 50 or 100 years. I think you need to look upon thousands or hundreds of thousands of years, unfortunately. And if you ever come here, you know, you have a friend.
Without doubt, space travel will be a part of our lives in the next century. And as we face our future and soar through the stars, let's think of our past and remember, we are the aliens. Thanks so much for joining us for this Fox News special. I'm Paula Zahn. Coming up next, today's top news headlines.
News Live, I'm Joy Demandin. Looks like the Millennium Bug did not ground the friendly skies. After spending hundreds of millions of dollars preparing for the year 2000, U.S. planes soared into the century with no major problems. Computer printers at airports in Oakland, California and Alaska stopped working briefly at midnight, but all in all, FAA officials say the new year was relatively uneventful for air travel. Pope John Paul called for millennium peace as he celebrated New Year's Mass. Instead of performing it at the Vatican, he said the Mass at the Basilica of Santa Maria Maggiore, one of the church's pilgrims are being asked to visit during the Jubilee year. A week ago, Pope John Paul inaugurated the Holy Year, which runs until January 6th of 2001. The GOP governor's chief promises to respect history in 2000. North Dakota Governor Ed Schaefer tipped his hat to the American century during the Republican radio address. Schaefer called on America to preserve our rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Our founding fathers created a country that for the first time in history allowed these rights to flourish. Our responsibility is to maintain vigilance, a respect for history, and a sense of the future that will carry these rights into a new century.
Republicans bent the rules just as the president did with his weekly radio address. They both delivered it by TV. And a Y2K glitch probably brought a smile to a lot of folks, at least for a while. A problem with Microsoft's Money Central website caused some customers' portfolios to appear to be worth more than they really were. The software giant says the problem popped up late Friday night and was fixed just before midnight. Then the Y2K bug bit Microsoft's Hotmail email service. Email dated before October 1999 showed up as having been sent in 2099. And I'll be back with more news at the bottom of the hour. Stay tuned for a Fox News special, Calm or Chaos.
Welcome to this Fox News special, The New Millennium, Calm or Chaos. I'm Alan Combs. For the next hour, we're going to take a look at what will happen to the world in the next millennium. Will technology take over every aspect of our lives? Will the planet be destroyed by pollution and overdevelopment? How will the wars of the future be fought? Will the United States be the only world's superpower? We start tonight with a look at the environment. In the last 100 years, the world has endured an onslaught of natural catastrophes, hurricanes, floods, drought, and famine. Natural disasters have killed thousands and demolished cities, leaving people wondering if this is all a sign of what's to come. Some conservationists warn pollution and big business will deplete our soil, our resources, but is there a better, cheaper, cleaner way to fuel the world? Fox News Channel's Doug Kennedy has this report.
Dennis Kelly wants to change the world, or at least the way the world views energy.
I want to choose to have electricity made the way I want it to be made.
And that's in an environmentally friendly way. Kelly heads greenmountain.com, a Vermont-based company that promotes non-traditional energy.
Making electricity, Douglas, is one of the dirtiest industries in America.
For over a century, we've relied on coal and oil for our electricity, limited resources which some say will eventually destroy the environment.
Today, every kilowatt hour of electricity that you use in your household, and the average
household uses about 10,000 kilowatt hours a year, generates 1.5 pounds of greenhouse gases. So that's 15,000 pounds, 7.5 tons a year for every house in the country.
We need alternative energy, Doug.